What's up, guys? So, I actually just came back from a trip visiting my cousins out of state. And, these are cousins, my cousins and aunt that I really like a lot. But honestly, this trip was a really nice trip. It was really nice to see them this time. So, this video is going to talk about some of the, benefits I got just by traveling, honestly. I didn't think there would be like, before going on the trip, I didn't think like in my head, oh, what are the going to be the benefits of seeing my cousins and traveling? I just, wanted to see them. But, you know, a few things on the trip that was pretty nice to see, I'll get into in this video. And, one of the first one I would say is just connecting with family, right? So, my cousins, the last time I saw them, they were like, like pretty much like early teens, like kind of little kids, honestly, right? Except for one of them. One of them I saw him maybe a bit after that, but mainly I saw them when they were little kids. So going back now, it was kind of cool to see them a bit more grown up, a bit more, mature. It was kind of cool, right? And they're still growing, so that was nice. It was also cool to see my aunt and uncle as well. Very nice to see them, and even some of their extended family on their side. So that was pretty good as well. In addition to that, I would say another thing that was pretty cool, again, I didn't expect this, was the fact that, when you live with another group of people, a family of yours, or maybe some friends or whoever, you kind of pick up how they live their day-to-day lives, right? And you can kind of, you know, see the benefits of what they do, and you can kind of see where you can improve and what you can implement from their routine into your schedule, right? So one thing I honestly really liked about this trip was we were always doing stuff. We were never really like sitting down, not doing anything, maybe a few times, but even then we would be talking with each other, right? So, where I'm going with this, honestly, is I didn't use much social media on my phone when I was there. I wasn't on my phone too much, right? Usually I'm always on my phone, actually. I'm always scrolling on Instagram, looking on YouTube videos, reels, and shorts and stuff like that. And honestly, it's a big time waster of mine, I'll be honest. So, a nice thing that I learned when I was visiting my cousins out of state was that, we were always doing something. We actually rented a few nice cars. That was pretty nice for the trip. It made it fun. We were visiting different places. We were going to different restaurants, doing different activities, even if it's going to a park or going downtown or something. We always had something to do pretty much. So that was honestly very nice. And I was noticing that I wasn't really on my phone that much. I would only check my phone really at the end of the day, and I would barely be able to like catch up with my friends' messages and people's stories. Usually I'm always on it, on the messages, and always very caught up on the stories. But, over there, we had such a fun day packed with activities, and came back home at like 9 or 10 p.m. I only like spent 5 minutes like kind of catching up on messages and stories. And the funny thing is, though, that may sound bad. It may be like, oh, you're not up to date. You may think that in your head. Oh man, I don't want to be like that. I always want to be on top of, caught up with social media. But the thing was, that was actually the best I felt in a long time, if I'm being honest. Because most of our lives, like, that's honestly how it should be, right? Most of your life should consist of you doing stuff in person with other people, or on your own if you got to work on some work of your own. It should just consist of that, right? You doing activities daily, right? It shouldn't consist of you like, you wake up and you're checking your phone every 30 minutes until bed. No, that's not good. So one of the big things I learned when visiting my cousins was, to really, lay out your days where you're doing a lot of productive stuff. Even if you're doing fun stuff, just be doing stuff. Get out the house. Even if you're in the house, like, spend time look with your family members, and, instead of just on your screen in your room alone, right? So yeah, because I was honestly pretty good. Like, I would just be checking my phone at the end of the day, or maybe just the beginning of the day for just a few minutes, and I'd have to catch up on my friends' messages from like 2 days ago, like after 2 or 3 days, right? My friends are chill. They know, we all are pretty busy people, but that was pretty good, honestly. Just, You know, social media, it should just be a small part of your life. You should really be spending most of your time doing stuff. And then at the end of your day, maybe for like 5, 10 minutes, you can catch up. That's how it should be like. So that was one of the benefits and honestly one of the biggest benefits. So right now, being back from the trip, I've only been back for, this is like my second day back, right? And yeah, I notice I'm just more active now. I want to do stuff, creating this video. I'm making this video pretty early in the day so I can just get it out the way and do other stuff. So, yeah. So, I might make another video on this in the future, traveling and the benefits of traveling, but definitely travel more on your own if you can, and also visit your family members. You're going to gain a lot of insights when you do. All right? See you guys on the next one.